You probably already know this, but my favorite dessert of all time is ice cream. Hi guys, it's Annie and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you my favorites of all time. Basically, I'm going to be telling you my favorite books, my favorite movies, my favorite travel destinations, just all of my favorites in life. Yeah. Right before we get started, please make sure to hit that little red button down below, subscribe. I would be so happy if you did. It would be my favorite thing in the world. So please make sure to. Let's get started with books. The first one is The Gollywhopper Games, and I love this book. It's by Jodie Feldman. As you can see, I really love it. It's pretty torn apart. It is so good. When I read it for the first time, I fell in love, and you know, I've read it for 100 more times. So I would highly recommend this one. I think I first read it when I was like 10. There are a few more books after it, so it's kind of the beginning of a series, but I think it began as a standalone novel and it's just so good. The next book came out super recently and it's called The Martian. It's by Andy Weir and it is so good. There's also a movie, but personally I like the book better. It's such an interesting concept. Normally I don't like science fiction, I'm not the biggest fan, but I read this and it was just so good. I would highly recommend The Martian. It does have a little bit of swearing in it, so I would say probably 12 and up. My last favorite book I don't have a hard copy of, but I have it on my Kindle, and it's called Everything Everything, and it is so good. It's by Nicola Yoon, and it is life-changing. The movie for it is coming out on May 19th and I'm so excited because I've seen the trailer like 100 times in a row. I'm so excited for it to come out. I just read it and once I started it, I could not put it down. Shout out to my Kindle Paperweight. I know it looks really big and bulky, but it's a life-proof, waterproof case because I like to read books in any situation. I love this thing so much. This is where I read almost all of my favorite books, so I would highly recommend that you get one. So those are some of my favorite books, but let's move on to magazines. My favorite two magazines of all time are National Geographic Kids and American Girl. I used to be subscribed to American Girl and I remember being so excited for whenever it came out. I would read the whole thing front to finish and just be so obsessed and do whatever crafts it had. I was just so excited about that magazine. And then the one that I still get today is National Geographic Kids, and that was really cool. My little sister really likes it, and there are definitely some parts that I enjoy reading. Next, let's do favorite movies of all time. I already briefly answered this in a previous video, but my three favorite movies of all time are The Incredibles, Now You See Me, and Tangled. Tangled is mostly on there because I felt like I would be going wrong if I didn't have a Disney movie on there because I love so many Disney movies. Another one that's like tied with Tangled is Big Hero 6. I guess I like Tangled a little more. And then I just love Now You See Me and The Incredibles. They're so good. I can just watch those movies over and over and over. Next, I'll be saying my favorite Broadway shows, because why not? Last week I flew out to New York and I saw Kinky Boots and it was so good. I loved the energy that all of the actors brought, and I loved the storyline, and I loved how motivational it was and how much awareness it spread, and it was such a fun show to watch. My other all-time favorites are The Lion King and Wicked. They're just so good. Next is my favorite travel destinations of all time. I love to travel to different parts of Oceania. So my two favorite cities in Australia are Sydney and Hobart, which is in Tasmania, and my two favorite places in New Zealand were Auckland and Queenstown. They were just so much fun and so beautiful, and I just absolutely love it whenever I go there, and I would highly recommend that if you're going on a vacation sometime soon, you go to Oceania. You cannot go wrong. They're just beautiful. My favorite songs of all time are Hall of Fame by The Script and Don't Let Me Down by The Chainsmokers. Those are the two songs that whenever I'm feeling kind of down, I can listen to, and I feel motivated, I feel excited, I feel energetic, and I know all the words to both of those songs. Those are kind of the two songs that I listen on repeat and I never get sick of. So, my favorite celebrity of all time is definitely Ed Sheeran. I am so impressed by the way he is so involved in sort of the celebrity world, and he has news coverage and he is best friends with a lot of celebrities, yet he's never in the media for doing something wrong or being bad or being scandalous, and that's so awesome. He is one of the only celebrities to have taken a social media break and actually come back when he said he was going to, and come back thriving more than ever. And that's so cool to me. And also, he took it off for a good reason. He believes that you haven't really experienced England until you visit all the smaller towns, because he grew up in a smaller town, so it applies to him. And he realized that he wasn't doing that when he was traveling around the world. So he took a year off to really make sure that whenever he visited a country, he was really experiencing the country for what it was and learning about its culture. And that's so cool to me, and I would love to be able to do that. He is my favorite celebrity. My favorite TV shows of all time are the TV shows that I used to watch when I was really young. The first one is Phineas and Ferb, and there was one summer where I was obsessed with that show. I can still watch it now and laugh and smile, and it's just such a cute show. And the other TV show I really enjoyed was Girl Meets World. I loved that show so much. I think it's so much fun to watch, and yeah. My favorite classes of all time are math and anything that has to do with videography, and I've had a lot of awesome opportunities for that in my school, so that I'm really thankful for, and those have been my favorite classes. My favorite sports team of all time is definitely the Golden State Warriors. I think it's just because my family is obsessed with them, so I'm kind of like going along with them, you know? My family has been fans for so long. It's just such a huge part of our lives, so we watch every single game and it's so much fun. And lastly, my favorite sport to play is soccer. I love soccer. I'm a goalkeeper. If you haven't seen the video I made with my soccer team, go ahead and click right here, the little eye, and the video will be there so you can watch it. But if I can't play soccer, I'll play basketball, and if I can, I'll go running, and sometimes even a little bit of volleyball. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like if you liked it. I'll see you next time. Goodbye!